Tavares.
So I've been watching Mad Men, and they got some classic brands that they consume and that.
Yeah.
And one brand that they have, not terribly regularly, is Cutty Sark. And growing up, my dad has the Scotch memorabilia that he collects. I've always seen Cutty Sark, but I've never looked for it or noticed it in a liquor store. So I just assumed it didn't exist anymore. And when I saw it in Mad Men, I'm like, oh wow, Cutty Sark still existed then. My parents are like, they still sell Cutty Sark. I gotta try that.
I've never seen. You have the bottle with you?
Yeah, I can grab it next time I refill. It's below Dewar's, above Lauder's, so it's nothing special, but it has a brand to it, I guess.
How are we feeling about the hair? I think my hair is hitting a stride of its own.
I like the hair. If I had taken a shower in the last 2-3 days, I would not be wearing my hat.
I'm on the every 2 to 3 day shower regimen myself.
Yeah, I kicked out of that for a little bit. I didn't like it.
How you doing, John?
Doing all right. About to pop open my clear ice cubes and make myself a little fashion here.
So I caved in. I bought a disposable vape for tonight.
Why?
Dude, I've been craving vape. I don't know.
Oh, wow, the blue light. Yo, speaking of vape and nicotine and shit, my dad quit smoking this past week. I hope so. I think it should be on day 5 or 6 now. But when I was there visiting him, he was amongst quitting, and man, what a vast array of emotions coming from him.
Mainly, shit, yeah,
how long has he been smoking?
Jitters, and he'll usually go into the garage or just outside the garage and have a cigarette. I noticed him routinely every 30 minutes stepping to the garage and being like, I don't know what I'm doing here. I can't smoke.
Just that react that sort of bodily reaction.
Yeah. Well, even weirder was on day 2 when he was outside talking to me, and as I was working on the car and shit, he was putting his hand up to his mouth like he was smoking a cigarette, except there's nothing in there. He's just fake smoking. Just a pure habit of being outside. I must be smoking if I'm outside.
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, he's been smoking for for over 50 years. That's crazy.
50 years?
Over 50 years. I mean, he started when he was 13.
Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. He's just quick cold turkey. No patch or anything. I should
Best of luck.
Yeah, I should text him to see if he's still going. I hope he is.
Dude, Richard's getting a 12-pack for $6. Are you kidding me?
Okay. Oh, really? You found height?
Yeah, $6 height. $6.99 to $7.
It's back to the original price.
Speaking of which, about to kill my bottle of Hibiki tonight.
Hibiki. So what makes that whiskey great?
What makes it great? Nothing in particular, probably. It's pretty, I would say. Hi, Truman.
Let's go back.
Go Bucks.
I would say, so with Japanese whiskey, you're looking at it can range anywhere from a bourbon to a scotch. Typically more scotchy, but sometimes more bourbony. But they're marked by smoothness usually. It just cut out his sound because it was so loud.
Cut out immediately.
Ah! Oh,
Dude, your mic can't handle your energy right now.
my
Yeah.
energy?
Yeah, you gotta bring it down a notch. So
Did I turn it down?
no, the mic can't handle it. It cuts out.
Richard.
The
Dude is
mic!
back and better. Hi, Steven.
Hi, Alex. It's good to see you.
Yeah, you too, I guess.
I guess. That's a great response. Yeah, you too, I guess.
But
Wait, so you're saying, Joey?
yeah.
So where's
So
this one fall under?
well, so Hibiki is a blend, right?
My ass is a blend.
Is
Mine too.
controversial in the whiskey universe, but some blends can be very good. Yeah, I'm killing my bottle tonight, Steve.
Don't worry. I have this bottle right here ready to go.
But the good thing about Hibiki is that it utilizes aged Japanese whiskey, which is rare to come by, which is why nowadays Hibiki is more common to find, because it will blend actually aged, substantially Japanese whiskey. They won't put an age statement anymore because, like, if you find a Hibiki 12, or no, I don't think it ever made it 12. It was 15, 17, and 21 years. They don't do that anymore. So there's probably like 8 to 12-year-old whiskey in here, which is if you were to buy like base Yamazaki, it's who knows how long it's been aged for. There's not an age statement on it. So it typically tends to be a bit better quality whiskey, really.
So it drinks more like a bourbon or a scotch,
Scotch.
would you say? Yeah.
Scotch, but like way mellower. There's like not peat in here, like a peaty scotch. It's like,
Joe, you
No,
might
this-
like you some Cuddy Sark.
oh yeah.
Oh yeah, $20 a bottle, not bad.
Is it harsh though? Like that's the thing.
No, I'm drinking mine just with ice. It's melted a little. Just scotchy, but mild.
See, the thing about this, like,
Going down my back.
it almost barely tastes like you're drinking alcohol with this. Like you get the whiskey flavor without like burn.
Yeah, I can't really call this a burn.
Okay.
I can forget it's liquor, but with enough ice, she goes down.
She goes on. Steven, I bought a disposable vape, a blue vape.
You bought the worst one, dude.
It's the only one they had.
You should have gotten one of those. I think they're called Posh. Is the ones that all the fucking losers are smoking these days.
Yeah, Joe, I didn't get the one that all the losers are getting.
I mean, the cool kids. The cool kids.
I asked the dude at the 7-Eleven which ones he had. He said he only had these.
Oh yeah. I mean, that'll do it. Where's Richard? I thought he was going to be here.
He's dragging ass, standard Richard entrance.
Of course.
It is the way.
Hey,
He's asking if we're on. This guy can never be first to the fucking party. Oh, dude, I tried to play sales today after not playing in a while.
Yeah.
I got seasick in real life and I turned the game off.
Dude, you know what was weird was playing Call of Duty last night using an Xbox controller for the first time in probably over a month. That was fucking bizarre.
Hey, John, can you hear me?
yes.
I heard you're a member,
I remember what?
the Canadian Club.
Oh, yeah. Hold on.
I had that one prepared.
Wow.
Yeah, you should go watch the first
Oh, that's
episode
premium.
of
Premium aged.
Boardwalk.
You want to know something about this? It is not bad. It's the most non-offensive, smooth whiskey I've ever drank.
Canadian whiskey gets a bad rap.
Yeah.
It's all marketing. Canadians are bad at it. They concede. They go, yeah, bourbon is quite good. You're right.
I mean, this is smooth as fuck in a drink. Very good for blending or making drinks with. If you don't need that robust flavor.
So, guys, should we talk about Minnesota and Black Lives Matter?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that cop's innocent.
Shut the fuck up. No, I'm pretty hyped. It's overdue, and I'm enjoying seeing it happen. And yeah,
Guys,
pretty much.
Americans took over a police precinct.
Are you right?
That's incredible.
That's what I was about to say. Like that is amazing. And you watch the video of the cops running away, like.
Dude,
Fucking
yeah, with their tails in between their little bitch legs.
I'm pretty proud of it all. And anyone who says the looting is wrong or whatever, fuck them. They're distracting from a bigger issue, which, like, I don't know. I don't have time for that bullshit. Like, and it's not violence. Like, stealing from a store is not violence.
No, not at all. But it's not like they're looting people's homes or anything. They're just
Right,
taking
yeah, exactly. They looted what, fucking Target? Like, go fuck yourselves.
Yeah, dude, all the stores have insurance anyway, so really, who cares?
Dude, I watched a bit of MSNBC today, and while generally I'll say they're a rather sympathetic perspective, like they, of course, they stationed like a reporter outside of like it's a burned out block, you know, so there's lots of businesses and storefronts and empty like storefronts that were there previously, and they picked the one location. They're like, this was a Native American non-for-profit organization that was burned down last night that I'm standing in front of, like with no commentary on like anything else around it, just like this like such like yeah, it's sad that happened, but like to frame it like, yeah, the riot happened and they destroyed the Native American sites, like
yeah, exactly. Like it's such bullshit. Like the vast majority of what is the looting and burning is like corporate entities, which are honestly responsible for looting those neighborhoods.
Yeah.
Extracting the
and
wealth.
It doesn't even take like
slave wages.
An international corporation to do it. Like if you're a suburbanite who owns a business in that neighborhood, you're leeching the wealth out of that neighborhood.
Well, it just goes to like the police officers who live there. 94% of them, Minneapolis police officers don't live in Minneapolis.
Well, yeah,
so
they're an
same dynamic.
Army.
Right, yeah. So it's the same dynamic. It's like you can have, a rich suburbanite or a well-off suburbanite who owns a business in a poor neighborhood. You're still looting that neighborhood. Like it's ridiculous. And I don't think most of the rioters have they have political intentions, but not necessarily like anti-capitalist intentions, probably. But it's
almost
just like
definitely, yeah.
Yeah, but like that's the material conditions that led to it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they identified that gentrified condo building that was under construction as a problem.
The occupying army here isn't here to protect us. It's here to protect the businesses that don't benefit our area in the first place.
Right, exactly. And yeah, so hands off to them. That was fucking awesome to see them burn down the precinct.
Yeah, it was. Tavares.
Yeah.
Tavares.
Minnesota.
The comrades of
all
Minneapolis.
Cheers.
She's done, Joey.
Yeah, so I went to the protest in DC here.
Bashed.
And
hold on, let me reload.
So many cops.
Do you like my extra long bar spoon?
Dude,
I like that, John.
John, you know what's funny? You got that from Japan, right?
I got what?
You got it from Japan, right?
This is Japanese, yes.
Yeah, every bar in Japan uses that.
Yeah.
I've seen those in a bunch of bars here.
Yeah, but like that, like if they're mixing a drink.
Don't you understand, Richard?
Look how easy this functions.
You don't need all that length.
Now that John's demonstrated, I feel like it's really weakened Joe's point.
Oh, and look at this clear ice.
Dude, so clear.
See, how many days is that?
I can see through that.
Exactly. So this was frozen completely solid, Richard, over the course of, I don't know, 5 days probably. because I froze it and I visited my parents for many days. But now I'm trying to do a 48-hour freeze to see if that'll get it.
The
'Cause,
same
like,
size?
You kind of want it to where it's liquid on the bottom, so then the
Right.
whole thing will be completely clear. This way,
I-
I had to shave away all the air bubbles and shit that was at the bottom. So and
I
it
don't
kinda
think
cracked-
48 hours is going to be enough for that size block, though.
I don't think my ass is gonna be enough for that size block.
Well, we're gonna find out. All I know is 24 hours is not enough.
Hey Steve, did you watch the clip of me murking you?
Yeah, I did. Loved it.
Hey Richard, how about that HBO Max?
But
It's sexy.
Steven, the shots
I saw
that
you
landed,
watching it.
Could you
What do you
admit
think about it?
that like that was insane that I killed you?
Meh.
What do you mean, man?
I mean, it's a pretty good idea. It's simple. It's just a better HBO now. But they like really mucked up the like release of it.
It is. I don't know if you had the same issue, but well, first of all, it's not on Roku, so I don't know who at Roku pissed Warner off.
Dude, they didn't have Comcast until like literally an hour before they signed the deal.
Yeah, I feel like they really wanted to push it out during quarantine.
Yeah,
to
when it
really
first was announced, they're
capitalize.
like they have a deal with AT&T and nobody else. It's like, okay, that's
But like the Xbox app, I downloaded HBO Max, and then when I would open it, it would just send me to HBO Now.
odd. That's what it does for my TV app, but for my Xbox, I have the HBO Go app. But
You
for
have
my
the
TV,
HBO Go app.
or no, HBO Max.
Okay, now it's
yeah.
corrected itself.
So we're demonstrating the biggest problem of this whole thing is they have 3 products now that are totally redundant,
Yeah, what is the difference?
Yeah.
and they have 3 names for the same thing.
So, Steven, the one thing that I don't like about HBO Max is like the thing that's good about it. It's all of Warner's content. So it's the conglomerate's content. But you do get like a really disgusting sense of how much these fucking companies own. Because there's so much goddamn shit on there.
Really?
There's an overwhelming amount of content on that service. And I mean, it's cool too, especially for us because we're HBO subscribers. I think
Yeah.
for the first year, we are locked in at the HBO Go or HBO Now price. But like new subscribers, it's $15 instead of 10.
Oh, so I have to pay more?
Well, you have HBO now, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so no. You literally don't even have to do it. I was surprised. I didn't even have to sign in. So you literally just download that HBO Max app on your Xbox. It's going to auto log you in, and you've got all of Warner's content.
What is
And then
Warner's
plus-
content? Is it any good?
I mean, yeah, they're a movie studio and distributor, so they have a bunch of. It's their entire legacies on there for now. I don't know if they're going to start taking some stuff off, but and
Sorry.
they have some syndicated shit like the Studio Ghibli stuff. And
What I
Crunchyroll.
appreciated was Rick and Morty, so I watched all of that.
Wait,
So
Rick
it's
and
the
Morty's
first-
on it?
Yeah,
first
they
3
got Rick and.
seasons, yeah.
Did they take it off of Hulu? I'm curious.
I don't know, but that was the reason I never watched Rick and Morty. So I
Joey?
watched seasons 2 and 3 in the last like 3 days.
Joey?
How'd you like it?
What?
I really liked it.
Given I got my load
It's a
up.
solid show.
Good show.
I can't hear you, Steve.
You are now forgiven. I got my load up back from once you killed me.
Yeah, I doubt that it would be taken. Like, how could that? Who would have looted you?
My penis? I don't know.
I mean, there were 6 players dead, or 6 players right there, and there could be a max of 10 in that map.
This is true.
Wait, there's a
of
max
those
of
late
10
raid-
players per
those-
map. How small
10
is
to
the map?
12.
Dude, it's a big ass map, Richard. Huge.
It's
Okay,
a big
so-
map, and half the players died right in front of us.
So when you encounter a human, you're supposed to go like, "Oh fuck," because it's rare, right?
No, it's not rare at all.
Not rare, but like
So-
less.
Great
Human
news.
encounters are
So
less prevalent.
no. So the loot per wipe, the loot spots change. So like early wipe,
No, this is the first time.
everyone's going to the places where you can get loot that you don't need access to, like a key. So everyone's going to similar spots. And then as you progress later through the game, you're going to start going towards where the big loot is, which everyone starts to have the keys to get into. So you could run a map where you don't run into anyone if you want to avoid the hotspots, but most people aren't doing that.
I see. So the hotspots kind of force people to confront each other.
Yeah. And then you have a map like or customs, which is like a funnel. You just hit people.
Yeah, it funnels you. Some of the maps direct you, and there's purposeful choke points that you're going to encounter people.
It's really just customs and factory. The rest of the maps are wide open.
And labs.
Okay, well, labs doesn't count.
I'll be right back, guys.
All right,
We should actually play labs early, Steve. That's the move.
that's the move.
Yeah.
But it's still the Raiders.
Right. You gotta get. Dude, I don't think Raiders are gonna be that much harder than Scavs right now. Scavs are fucking ridiculous.
They are pretty ridiculous.
They don't. Do you notice they don't shout at you before you shoot?
No, they're quieter and they move like.
They quieter. They sprint. They move.
Oh, look at that. Nice ship you got there.
It's a nice ship.
That's a lot of sales.
A lot of
Dude,
shrimp.
Yeah, shrimping opportunities are bound. You think that, how much shrimp do you think that vessel could pull in?
Oh, at least 20,000 kilos a day, John.
20,000 kilos?
Yeah, maybe 69 kilos on a light day.
That's a lot of shrimp.
Yeah, I think so. Now I wish I had a big ass bar spoon.
Yeah, you do.
I'm jealous. What's Truman doing, John?
He's playing, I think he's playing Astroneer with William.
He plays the worst games.
He loved that game.
He doesn't sail the seven seas.
Yeah, he should really sail with us. I don't know why he doesn't.
I don't know why he doesn't either.
Although,
One of the streamers just got 250 wins in the arena, and the arena looks awful.
have you played the arena yet?
No, I haven't. I just watched it. It's like it looks boring. Like there's a central island or like different objective areas. You capture these crates, and then people just come after you. It's in like a pretty small ocean.
Yeah, I'm all about finding treasure in that jazz.
Yeah, I'm in it for the stories of the seven seas.
Yeah, I'm in it for the C, not the PvP.
Because she's my love, my lady.
Wait, what? You
Dude,
guys
I
don't like
love
the PvP?
Dude,
Yeah.
yo, the
Hey,
last time
guys.
we played Sales, Spencer and I fucking wrecked this crew. Fucking, we enchilad them right underneath their boat, blasted them, looted their shit. They boarded our boat, killed them all, looted their shit. We made like a hot like 20K. It was sick.
John, Steven, and I killed a crew twice, and then they tried to attack us a third time,
Yeah, that's right.
and we
Yeah.
stuffed them pretty hard.
So bad. They're so bad. All three of us were off the boat on the island doing shit, and our boat is just getting pummeled, like hit after.
So I just fucking torpedo towards their boat and start firebombing them to get their attention towards fixing their boat.
I
The
got
major key was starting them on fire.
And then we
Kinda
just
like-
started pummeling them with fucking cannonballs.
Well, dude, what happened was this: the dude was on our ship with a treasure chest in hand, and then somebody killed him. I think Richard killed him or something.
Yep.
And
I
then
was very confused. I thought he just disappeared.
yeah, it was strange.
One of the times I just straight up ignited the explosive barrels in their boat.
Those guys' boats?
Yeah, for the first time I think. I threw a firebomb below deck and then there's a giant explosion and their boat just sank immediately.
That's the problem with those kegs, man.
I don't know. Alex is the master of the keg.
No problem with those.
It seemed like such a liability.
No, the only liability is a sailor who can't handle a keg.
Fair enough.
I mean, the last time we played together, Alex, I think we had like 4 or 5 of them in a stack in the bottom of the boat.
We had like at least 4.
Whose crew was I on where that really bit us in the ass? There's like 2 of them and they all exploded.
Probably
On our
me.
ship caught fire. Yeah.
Nice ice, John.
UI.
Good ice. Good ice.
Guys. Dude, today was the first day that I properly didn't socially distance. I met up with my friends. It
Good,
was
man.
strange.
It's strange. It must have felt strange.
I mean,
Oh
we
my
started-
God. What is that, Joe?
What? Oh yeah, dude. I bought a little
Oh, yeah, you
disposable
did.
vape. Yeah.
Oh my, is that a blue?
Yeah, he got a blue.
Oh my God.
See, I know. I was disappointed. It's the only one they had.
Dude, get this. Trust me. This is like the best purchase I've made.
What, the jewel?
That's
Yeah, I don't want to smoke it all the time. I was drinking. I was like, I want to smoke on something. All right.
What is your logic here, Joey? You have one.
Only smoke when I drink. It's my logic.
Boo. Be an addict.
No thank you.
Yo, Richard, tell Al to dump him out.
I
Hey,
know.
how are you
Yeah,
doing?
I'll say hello. That's John. You've met John before.
Wow. Just
Oh, right.
like that.
He's so racist,
You got a
bro.
piece of meat.
Wow, for shame.
Oh, come on. We've played dice together, haven't we?
She knows you by she remembers you by name, John.
That's
Well, I mean, all white
Don't
people
embarrass
now-
yourself. Don't
Oh.
embarrass yourself right now.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Ow! Hey, what?
Chloe,
Hi, Al.
Alex,
I know.
Siva,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Bye bye. Have fun. Bye bye.
Anyang.
Bye.
Anya.
I mean, the problem is
Wow,
all
guys,
white
she's
people-
half Korean, but that's still racist.
I don't get the joke.
Wait, is she really? She's a half-blood?
What did I say?
She said they said Anya.
Yeah, it's
Does
all
she
good.
reject her Korean heritage?
She does. It's very racist in and of itself. This I don't support the self-hatred.
Is she actually half Korean?
Is that like
She
a
is. Her
comfort
fa-
woman thing?
Okay, so I lived in Beijing for nearly a year, and she only told me that the father that I met was her stepfather when we got back to the States. I thought that was her biological father. I only found this out when I got back here.
That's
Okay.
kind of strange.
Her biological father is in South Korea because he is Korean. So, and that's when I found out she was fucking half Korean too.
Surprise!
That's why she's a.
She does
Never.
look. She does look kind of Korean. I always thought.
Oh, and you're an expert on
I am.
what they look like, Steven?
Steven's seen Full Metal Alchemist. Seen that show? Full Metal Alchemist. He showed me that.
I think I don't know if I watched the last 2 episodes of that show, but I've watched all of it, but like the last episode of the last 2.
Weird.
I like that. That's a good anime.
It is, but I feel like when I started Attack on Titan, I thought I was in for something that was like so overhyped and like not that good, but that show fucking blew me away.
What? Which one? Attack on Titan or?
Attack on Titan, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, the combat is fucking
Yeah.
sexy.
Yeah. The animations are great.
Yeah. So I'm psyched for the ending. I'm glad they're not going to milk that cow till it's fucking dead when they're ending it.
Anime is a weird thing. They somehow find a way to not milk things, but also the stories.
Come on,
somehow-
Joe.
No. Hold on. Wait.
What about
Somehow-
One Piece and
just-
Naruto,
when I-
Dragon
when I-
Ball?
Can I,
Dragon
Ball
Ball
Z.
can I
They
finish?
milked that cow till it was dry.
Right. So,
And then some. It was just shitting out
all right,
powder.
guys. I guess I never got to finish my thought. Fuck
Go
yeah.
ahead. Oh
Sorry,
my god,
sorry.
don't
No,
get.
I was
don't
about to say,
flip into
most of the time they tend to not milk it dry, but they somehow still make the plot overly convoluted by the end, and you're like,
Oh yeah, the anime tropes are strong and
yeah.
just
But always by the end
eye
though,
rolling.
like half the time they start out so strong, and it's like by like halfway, like by the end, you're just like, all right, this is
Well, I think the problem's in the concept. A lot of the concepts for the shows are not conducive to like 100+ episodes.
Yeah.
And for them to kind of like pad it out the show. That's why one of my least favorite tropes in anime is like the fucking sinkhole of escalating power.
that's
And
what I'm saying.
Dragon
Yeah.
Ball is like
Yeah.
the worst offender with the fucking Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan bullshit. You have to keep one up.
You don't talk shit about Dragon Ball.
Dude, do you not remember how obsessed with that show I was in middle school?
Oh yeah, have you watched the latest series, Dragon Ball Super?
No, but I find it funny that they just completely retcon GT, and that's not canon. I find that fucking hilarious because
Dude, that's because
really didn't
GT
like
is
that.
like a modern day equivalent of a live abortion.
well, I think Toriyama wasn't even a part of it, if I'm not.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, so I guess that makes sense.
Because they're like, yo, we need more toys and we need more stuff. And he's like, yeah, but I'm done right now. I'm not doing it right now.
I don't think he needs any money.
So yeah, they retcon GT and then a couple movies too.
Oh, I didn't know any of the movies were canon. I just thought they were all.
I don't know. There's a whole YouTube thing where you can watch it and it breaks down the timeline of all the series and what's canon.
Oh, that does not surprise me.
Oh yeah.
That fan base, I'm sure there's dozens of videos that clarify what's canon and what's not. I remember Broly. Broly was supposed to be like the end all be all saying.
He still is.
Wait, is he not? Yeah, I think he still is.
Wait, so that's canon? I'm guessing that's canon because I think
Broly's
that's one of the
Yeah, I think probably is.
that's one of the more respected movies in my limited knowledge.
Steven, is
Yeah.
that Vimto?
Yeah, Vimto vodka and water and ice.
Really? How was it?
Well, I had to put in more extract, whatever shit, so we're gonna find out now. I don't have a cool, Japanese stirring spoon, so.
Yeah.
We can tell it tells.
And I can actually see your
Yeah, you look like shit.
Go on.
your cocktail game is 1 out of
Might as well be stirring with your finger.
10.
Oh wow. See, you could give this to a small child. And that's a lot of vodka. Michael Jackson should have been using this. He wouldn't have been caught if he was.
Vimto.
What did he call? Or
Jesus
maybe
juice?
South Park made up what Jesus juice? Was
Yeah.
that?
That's what he called it. Jesus juice, baby.
Jesus Christ.
Guys, next week stream, I'll be in a new location
Where are you gonna be?
at my new desk.
What kind of new desk?
It's built into the wall.
Did you order it?
No, my dad built it.
Oh, dope.
I like that. Is he tired of you being out there?
I sure am.
Wait, where are you?
I'm in the dining room.
Oh. I see. What's that?
Yeah, what's your
Painting on the wall or poster?
I like this painting. It's not mine.
Oh, I remember that from your parents' home.
Yeah, I like that.
I like you.
But yeah, I'm gonna have a bookcase behind me. I'm gonna do my best to get on CNN.
What time are we sailing, guys?
You
I
want
don't know.
You still want to sail? Dude, you have any idea how long sailing takes?
Well, wait, what? That's not part of the deal anymore? We're not
Yeah,
saying?
Joey took so long to get here and then sit on his phone.
Guys, you
instead
gotta
of-
remember, it's like noon where Richard is.
Well, it's
He
8:17.
just woke up.
It's a
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
Friday, guys.
I always
Come
forget
on.
that he's that behind. The 2 hours is a huge difference.
Yeah, you guys are in the future.
Well, let me tell you about it. It sucks.
Alex and I are
It's
3
just as
hours
shitty as the previous 3 hours.
Yeah. Because everyone knows Central Standard Time is the best time.
No.
Nonsense. But hey, Richard, I have a suggestion for you.
Yeah.
The latest free episode of Chapo Trap House is called This Is Sus, Part 8, I think. And it's all about the first 2 episodes of the show Oz. I highly recommend it to you because it has a larger commentary on television in general, not just political or Oz itself.
Okay.
This is disposable.
This
I
is sus.
one day I have to really fucking finish that show. I've tried 3 separate times. It's just really puts me in a state of mind that's not good. It shows that show is not like the fucking Honeymooners, you know. It's not really a funny show.
This is sus is one of the funniest things. Like that is such a wild.
I love it. I love This Is Sus.
This is
It's
sus.
like a reoccurring series that they have.
Yeah, Felix watches shitty TV
It's just
shows.
One person. It's just one of them.
Well, he has guests now.
Yeah.
So, like, the latest one is him and Matt
It's like it's a
Christman. So,
whiskey-
just 2 Chapos, at least.
Wait, they're saying Oz is shitty?
No, they say it's not that good a show, but it's a lot better than how you remember it. But it's much more than that. It's hilarious. Their criticism of Oz is funny,
Richard,
and their
it's-
points on larger television and trends and themes and stuff
Yeah.
and prestige television. It's all very interesting.
Dude, I need
it's all
All right,
just-
I'll check it
it's
out.
it's all just sus, bro.
I need some new TV shows. I've become
What
like-
other shows do they like? Can you give me examples of other shows that they cover, Alex?
Not for Oz is the first of its kind. The originals were This Is Us,
Oh,
which
God.
I've seen. I've dabbled in.
There's
Another show I hadn't heard of called The Council of Dads.
Dude, the Council of
Oh,
Dads. That was
Look
the
that up.
Yeah.
I never heard of
funniest
it.
one.
There's another one called The
That
Slap.
sounds like a Fuse
is-
TV show or something like
Dude.
No,
that.
these are all on NBC or ABC or some shit. They're
Felix was-
mainstream garbage.
Literally losing his mind during the Council of Dads.
Wait, so is it like a commentary track that you could like play the episode at the same time as the
No,
podcast?
It's
Oh, okay.
post viewing.
I see.
However, when they did the trilogy or the prequel trilogy for Star Wars, while they couldn't play the sound of the movie, they did have it was a commentary throughout at the points of it happening, which was nice.
See, I want to find podcasters or some people that I like that do that because I know some content
Maybe-
makers.
Maybe we
if you
just
can
gotta
call
make
them
it
that on YouTube.
ourselves.
Yeah, the ones that if you like start the video or the podcast is at the same time as the movie, it's like, you know, you're watching it together.
Dude, you gotta watch the prequel and you gotta listen to the prequel one.
The first 2 are very good.
The third one is a waste.
They're a little tired. And
But-
Bernie's losing.
What
too.
does that mean? Oh, okay.
It's like,
Dude.
the third one, they're like on suicide watch. Like, hey, isn't this scene funny? And they're like, no. Okay, next scene.
Dude, the first one, the Phantom Menace was one of the funniest fucking things I've like literally ever listened to in my entire life.
Wait,
Like,
so
love it.
that one is like a commentary track?
Yeah, for the
they all have it.
prequels. The most recent for This Is Sus, it is not. They like for the last one before the one that this one I just told you about. Last This Is Sus was like 8 hours of recording before editing. Of him just losing his mind about I think the Council of Dads.
I want to look this show up. This
There's
sounds like
also
some
the show
fucking
The
network
Slap,
garbage.
which was based on a successful Australian TV show, premised
I just
around the day a man slaps a child at a birthday party that is not his child. Drama ensues. Oh my goodness. I watched the first half of the first episode, the Australian version. Do not recommend.
I just like how they turned Watto into the most reasonable character of Star Wars.
They do?
Yeah. Wada's the victim of it all.
I believe that. He loses his slaves, man.
Watto is a slaver. But like
Oh, he's the one. Okay, I remember him.
the racial connotations of the prequel trilogy is like
Amazing, isn't it?
It's insane.
It's been a while
Like-
since I've watched it.
Because George Lucas' creative process is like thinking of like the subway ride to his studio, like, oh shit. I don't know what these aliens look like. And he looks around the train, he's like, all right, we'll get a Korean guy. All right.
I don't get that. How's that true though? Who's Watto supposed to be? I don't get
A
it.
Jew.
He's a Jew.
He is?
Dude, he has a
Oh.
big schnoz
I think
and he
you guys
talks with a
see-
Brooklyn accent.
Oh, racist. I just see Watto as
Oh my god, no way. He doesn't
There are
Brooklyn
also the
accent. I don't remember that.
anti-Semitic
He's like, hey.
tropes.
What are you doing?
It's not
It's also
Brooklyn.
very common anti-Semitic tropes
We
of the
don't take
Jews studying the slave trade,
Oh,
which is
they
not
mean not-
So
true.
you mean the Woody Allen version
He
of the
goes,
Jewish
I
male?
didn't, he, like, he's
Not even.
No, I know. He says it himself. He goes, we don't take credits here. On the money. Oh my God.
on the mind. He even goes like this. He even
No, I
does
know. He
the-
does the thing.
He does this.
And again, George Lucas, if there are
It's Italian.
droids, why are there slaves?
Yeah, right. Well, and then the Trade Federation is a bunch of Asians, like
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
like savvy Asian businessmen. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
It's
Only
a
their
little,
voices.
it's a little yikes.
Oh, a little.
This is in
Who
violation
was the
of the
distributor for the?
Oh, the Jedi are here!
The Gungans are like uncivilized Jamaicans.
No representation on their planet.
Usa Misa master. Oh my god, dude, it's fucking wild.
Oh, Misa been a bad boy.
Usa throw the babumba.
Dude, I gotta watch this again. Oh, it's a big gooba.
Oh my god. Yeah, it's wild. Dude, it's particularly egregious in the first film.
Yeah, it's real bad in the first one.
Well, because in the second film, they go like, hey, what if we don't have any characters that we can't be racist?
Oh, man.
He was surrounded with too many yes men after the success of the original trilogy. Because when he made the original trilogy,
His wife like edited a lot of them. though, and
his
made-
wife was like a genius editor who cut down like a lot of dumb ideas. She was like, all right, let's not include this pointless fucking kumbaya dance circle because it does nothing for the movie. But I think he divorced her by the time he made the prequel trilogy.
Yeah.
And everyone was fucking too busy sucking his dick and being like, oh yeah, you want to make the whole thing about like the Trade Federation and taxes? Oh, that's brilliant, George. Wow, you're a fucking genius.
You want to make a political, racially charged masterpiece?
Well, yeah, that's the
Ahead of
thing.
his
Like
time.
he did make it. He did make it anti Bush administration, like pretty like Sheev, Senator Palpatine was supposed to be Dick Cheney. Like that was his inspiration for it.
No fucking
But again,
way.
not because he knew any of his policies.
No,
he probably
no,
just
of
saw him
course.
on CNN on an airplane. He's
Right.
like, shit, I have no idea what the bad guy's supposed to look like.
Yeah. Yeah, well, yeah, that's it. Just like the guy pulling the strings from the back, but George Lucas's idea of pulling the strings from the back is just like just being as obvious as fuck. Which I guess at the time Dick Cheney and the Bush administration was.
Wait, but the guy who played Chief Palpatine is the same guy who's what's his Sith name?
Yeah, Darth Sidious. Right, it's the same character, but his
No, it's the
his
same actor.
yeah, sorry, that's what I meant. But the plot of the prequels was supposed to be like this political mastermind, like sort of like utilizing the system to gain power.
But the first one was before the Bush administration existed.
Well, right, but that's why Palpatine didn't do shit.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, that's why they appeared with the droid army in the second, or
That's why he
clone army
doesn't-
out of
alright.
nowhere.
Guys, now here's the question. Is the sequel trilogy worse than the prequel trilogy?
We
Yes.
should vote.
They're probably the best 3 of the 9.
The sequel trilogy, really, Alex?
Yeah.
Oh god. The ninth film reminded me of Birdemic with how much I was just fucking laughing.
Yeah.
It reminded me more of
I-
Birds.
I have never
Masterpiece.
laughed unironically.
I love
Or,
that.
sorry, not unironically. Like I never laughed in a movie theater at a movie like that wasn't funny.
Yeah,
And-
same.
I was like I felt bad. I couldn't contain myself anymore. Like I felt bad for the audience around me. I just couldn't do it.
I don't feel bad for them. Fuck them. If they're seriously still fucking sheep towards the franchise, I don't give a fuck if you're there with your goddamn 12-year-old child. They should learn early what bad cinema is. That was bad cinema. So my laughs should be an early indicator. It should be like, oh, this isn't funny. Oh, maybe the
See,
movie's
I will argue the prequels were definitely better cinema than the sequels.
Dude, the prequels were great, and they're still my favorite movies of the whole franchise. Changed my mind.
I
all right,
think,
but in all seriousness, the best Star Wars movie is Rogue One.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
The best Star Wars movie, simply put, is Episode 3.
for
No.
me it goes.
Yeah,
for me,
dude,
it goes-
Anakin slaughters
No,
the
okay, so
youngling.
the original trilogy has some like classic charm to it, but outside of the original trilogy, by far the greatest movie is Rogue One.
Yeah, it'd be close between Rogue One and Episode 3 for me outside of the original.
I feel like you guys are.
No.
That movie has some strong parts, but I feel like
No,
you guys are ignoring like some of the huge.
No.
flaws.
No. So I come at it from a perspective of like I enjoy the space opera world building of the prequels,
Yeah. Sets
and
the
that's
scene.
why I like Episode 3.
You get to watch Anakin
okay, I can
go
respect
around in
that.
a field with
But
Padme. Who doesn't
as
want that?
I guess as a movie, you're right. Like Rogue One is undoubtedly the best outside of the original. I would say it's the second best movie. Period. Maybe the best out of Star Wars. If we're just
After
talking about-
5.
yeah, if we're just, I would say it's close to 5 to be honest.
You know,
Like
you
if we're
could
just talking
do-
about like a movie, but like I enjoy the space opera element of the prequels. So like, Episode 3 for me is really up there.
It's an interesting thing because I feel like you see that a lot more now when you make like a prequel to something that has such a strong foundation in terms of world building is they have to work around that. And I guess the things that they lived up to in that respect with
So that's-
kind of explaining how things develop into the original trilogy is pretty satisfying.
But also, like
prequel
that's
trilogy.
the thing about Star Wars is that universe really wasn't there until the prequels were there. Like the Star Wars universe really was nothing.
Well, you get such a vertical slice of it in the
Right.
original trilogy.
Right.
And then like in comparison, the prequel trilogy feels like It
Huge.
feels so much bigger. Yeah.
Huge, yeah, yeah. And that's what I enjoyed about the prequels. And then the sequels somehow did the vertical slice shittily and did nothing
Yeah.
at all with any of it.
Yeah. It was just. I just love. Maybe I'm a bitter person, but I love when someone has a lot of money and they're trying to be dead ass, and it's just not working out for them.
Yeah, dude, it's brilliant. It's like,
Which is what the ninth film was. How I would summarize the ninth film. It's just like a bunch of big ideas that I feel like some people were pretty passionate about, and they were just dumb.
Dude, it
They
was
were
just set piece after set piece and no plot. They're like, we don't need a plot. We'll just put in all these cool set pieces.
Well, yeah, like the fucking set piece of where Palpatine is makes no fucking sense.
He's
Who
got
the
the
fuck
full
are those
shadow
hundreds of
company.
thousands of Sith worshippers? What were they doing for that entire time?
dude, the movie was actually pretty good up until there's like a legit moment.
No, Joey, it was bad off
No,
from the
hold
front.
on. No, there was a
With
moment,
Richard-
and
I'm
it
with
took
Richard on
place right when, right after.
Chewbacca.
That was the first moment that.
Dude, I
was
laughed
sus.
so hard. Oh, it was so great.
That was the first sus moment.
No, I was like, whoa, okay, they did something ballsy. They
Right,
just
yo,
killed
I
one of
loved
the
it.
most
I loved it. I was like,
characters.
no fucking way.
And then they fucking brought his ass back, and I
Yeah,
was
that
like,
was so
oh
bad.
no, this is bad. And then they
Dude,
did
that's
that
part
like
of the
four
reshoot.
fucking
four times. Yeah, they did it like four times. The double
Jesus
page.
Christ, they're like, oh, they're dead. You love this character. We actually have some fucking gonads.
It was
And I'm
like what?
no,
Chewbacca,
still want to sell
C-3PO,
toys.
Finn, and
Happened with
Kylo.
Chewbacca, Kylo. I think it happened with Kylo twice. Right?
It did. Yeah, because he got pushed
Jesus
off at the end.
fuck. Yeah, and then it happened to one other character. I swear. I don't remember.
Finn, I think it happened with Finn. I don't remember with Finn. Anyways, but or Poe, one of them. But so no, it was. So yeah, like Chewbacca, it became sus. But then what was the turning point was right directly after the Rey and Kylo battle. Like the movie was decent right up until that point where it ended, and then that was like the where
I
she killed
disagree.
him.
I think the one scene of value is that battle, because that's a great set piece.
Yeah, no, it
That's
was
a-
a good battle too.
Awesome lightsaber fight, but that was like probably the only moment in the movie where I just wasn't laughing.
No,
I mean, I had fucking tears streaming down my face at one point. Nick was literally like angry. He was like flipping off the screen. Or no, that was Grabowski. Grabowski was angry. He kept flipping off the screen and saying, fuck you.
Why? Why was he doing that?
Well, I guess Grabowski must be.
Was it because of all the SJW nonsense in the film?
Well, I didn't know that Mike was
That's
so
right.
close to that, but no, he was just.
He's like a proud boy.
He was just disappointed. I mean, I like Star Wars, but I'm not like a diehard fan. Like, I didn't lose any sleep over Disney making a caca on the franchise. I think it's funny, but I can tell like the fucking hardcore. I can tell why the hardcore fanboys are like really saddened by it and disappointed, because I don't think
yeah, that's me. Yeah.
I don't think Disney's going to be able to recover, especially I think they took the deal away from them, but the whole idea of giving the dunce caps that made Game of Thrones their own trilogy is just
No, they
Yeah,
took that.
they-
They stripped it away based on after the ending of Game of Thrones happened.
oh my god,
It's
Disney
like,
has
you know
no
what sucks?
backbone whatsoever. They have no fucking follow through. They're the most spineless, despicable fucks in the industry.
You got to make
Fuck the
stonks
mouse.
go up.
Fuck the mouse. I hate
But
that.
yeah, like the saddest thing about me is like, yeah, I at least was a Star Wars fanboy, but like I have like Star Wars board games that I love, like Outer Rim and Rebellion, and like it's made me like not even want to play those anymore. I'm just like, what the fuck?
Dude,
You can't let it do that. You can't let it.
Non-movie shit.
Well, so here's the thing. Here's the thing, Richard. Those games, admittedly, are good, but they do rely off of a theme, which is important. And like, if that theme gets ruined for you,
What theme?
well, maybe Rebellion would still be fine, but like Outer Rim, it's just like the Star Wars theme of like, I don't know how to explain it. The magic has died, you know?
But
Like-
I mean, Star Wars has a bunch of themes, and a lot of them are
So okay, let's
just-
let's
nothing because it's just based on like the generic formula of the hero's journey.
right, yeah. Let's take like Outer Rim for an example. It's based off of basically like bounty hunters, and like it's so overplayed in the Star Wars universe where it's like you know it's gonna happen. Like it's just like you go on these like prescribed journeys that you've seen in the films now multiple times. It's just like
So it's just played out.
yeah, played out. Yeah, that's the right word. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I've never played this board game, so I have no idea like what that looks like in terms of like from the perspective of playing the board game. But when were those board games released? Like, was it sequel trilogy or prequel trilogy era?
Rebellion maybe 3-ish years ago, and then
Oh, I
Outer Rim
see.
maybe a year ago.
So do they reference the sequel trilogy?
A little bit, yeah. There's an expansion to
Oh.
Rebellion that is Rogue One, which is actually a cool expansion. The Rogue One expansion is good, which is funny because Rogue One's good.
Sasha just woke up. I gave her a Donald Trump chew toy today. It didn't last 20 minutes.
In
You-
July.
Damn, you're like a resistance colonel.
I put it on her secondary dog bed and didn't say anything, and I let her inside, fed her dinner, and then she came in to the office over here. And she went right to her bed, stared at it, and then just sniped it off and ran away. And then I heard it squeaking, and then I heard ripping. And
Is it just like a caricature of Trump? What does it look like?
yeah, it was just like this, a chibi version of Trump, basically.
Mm.
It was nice. Yeah, my coworker gave it to me. She's like, I figured you'd like giving this to your dog. I said, absolutely.
I'm surprised you're not more into those. What are those dolls called that have like all the franchising in the world? Those pop,
Chibis?
the big heads.
They're
What'd you
worthless,
say,
man.
Alex?
The chibis?
Not, they're like chibis, but they're for you can
Funko
find them
Pops.
for Funko Pops. I'm surprised you're not really into those.
Nah, they're worthless, man.
Heard
What do you
them
mean
talk
they're
about
worthless?
those
You're
on
just in a
Street Fight.
resale value?
Yeah, dude, I only want them if they're actually rare. Like my Bear Bricks, actually rare. Like,
What are you talking about? The whole Funko Pops idea is like just fabricating.
nah, they make way too many of them now. They used to be rare. Old
It
Funko
depends
Pops.
on which one, though.
No,
They make some of them rare.
no.
Okay. Well, I mean, I don't know that much about them, so I
I'm
can't
gonna
say.
show you. I'll be right back.
Oh, God. Look what you did.
Yeah,
Bring
apparently,
us
I
action
left the
figures.
protest too early at DC today. Shit
Oh,
got
yeah?
rowdy.
Oh, yeah? What'd you guys do?
Well, the White House was placed under lockdown. Riots broke out in front of the White House.
Sounds like a good
That's
time.
good.
Can't believe they firebombed the Minnesota Police Department.
Fucking awesome.
Amazing. All right, so Chondo, here it is. Look at this bad boy.
Oh my god!
It's a
Good luck
Funko Pop.
plastics.
No, it's not a Funko Pop.
Oh,
It's more fucking eye rolling than that, Alex.
It's a Bear Brick, and
These are like designer.
Lego or
bought this little gem right here because man,
How much it cost you, bitch?
This
$100
one,
bucks.
I paid MSRP for this guy. Sniped him up real quick.
And what is that number?
$50,
How much?
$50. And then now, go ahead, ask me the price. How much does this retail for, Steven? Go ahead, say that.
How much?
$187.
Yeah, but it's outside of the box.
Oh, you're allowed to take them out of the box because the box are reusable and the box is in
Yeah,
the closet
the
over there.
the one I have, I bought in Japan for $40. It's like
Next,
200
we got
bucks.
the Mount Fuji edition. Can only get this bad boy in Japan.
I think I saw that.
Imported
Oh,
by
who got you that one, Steven?
for MSRP. This bad boy right here is going for $200 right now.
You should sell it while the market's hot.
No. Especially not the Mount Fuji one. I wanted this guy real bad. This one I just got because of
Yeah. Who got you the Mount Fuji one?
some
Continue
douchebag.
ignoring Joey.
Some douchebag who leaves protests early.
I'm surprised it made its way all the dude. Like when I was there, it was like police are clamping down on that shit like hard.
What? I'm not on what?
Well, yeah, Joey, they got to protect Der Fuhrer in the White House.
Oh, I thought you were still talking about the Bears.
No.
I was very confused.
Why? What happened?
I don't know. Apparently, a little bit of a scuffle broke out in front of the White House. They locked it down, maced everyone, flashbangs, the deal.
Oh, okay. The usual. Dude, still nothing beats last night. I texted Aaron. I said, I just sent him a text in the picture. I go, hey, man, they just burned down the police station. And then he goes, yeah, I can see that.
Dude, that's
Wait, is
so
this Pure
fucking
Scala?
awesome.
Dude, he said the glow from like when the initial rioting started and they were burning down like the apartment block and shit. He said the glow from the city was nuts. He said he was like, dude, this shit was insane. And then yesterday he was there, and while the protesters were doing their speeches and stuff, and well, it was cool. A little jealous, honestly. I think that'd be awesome.
Have you guys seen the video of I'm just gonna say it, the cop who broke the first windows during the protests?
Wait, was he in uniform?
No, but it's sus as fuck.
Yeah.
So you think it was staged?
What?
Dude,
No, it
100%.
was. So, like,
100%.
A dude's just a couple people are recording in the background the protests. They're not rioting at this point or anything. And then all of a sudden you just hear windows breaking. The camera guy and this other dude turn around to see what's going on. And then it's just this dude who's very clearly wearing like, it looks like a bulletproof vest under his jackets and shit. He's like really bulky. And
So you think this was an institutional decision?
No, I think it was just a rogue bastard cop. And then some screenshots of text messages came out, and supposedly the wife reported him because he told her what he did. And she said
So
that's a gas mask.
I'll explain the
she's
video.
in hiding now?
I'll explain the video a bit better. So you hear a few windows break, the cameras turn around, and you see this dude very calmly in all black with a gas mask and an umbrella just cracking windows open. Not like he's like a rioter, like trying to loot, just go bing, 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 and he starts walking away. Just as you ever would, just very calmly.
He smashed every front window out, and then he just turned.
So the protesters come up to him, they're like, are you with us? Who are you? What are you doing? Like, are you with us? And then he starts yelling at him. He's like, get the fuck away from me. Get the fuck away from me. And someone's like, are you a fucking cop? And then he looks at him. He's like, I'll beat your ass, kid. And like
What the fuck?
Hammer.
Yeah.
And then
the hammer.
and then they're like, all right, man. And then the one kid who's like this stoner kid who's like, oh, you want to go right now? You want to go right now? It was kind of
that kid just gets right up in his face.
Yeah, he gets right up in his face, and then the guy like turns around, walks away, and everyone's like, "What the fuck just happened?"
Oh,
Okay.
he had an umbrella too.
Yeah,
So-
yeah.
Based on your description of the video, I don't think it's like an institutional decision because that's some fucking terrible
So-
acting. I feel like if they decided like, oh, we're gonna escalate this riots
So-
to like discredit them, they would be like, yo, just fucking
Nah, dude, he's just
go all in,
a
start
Proud Boy
smashing
cop.
people.
Well,
Like,
yeah. So it's not
act
like
angry.
it's not like the police department authorized it, right? It's more like maybe an off-duty cop decided, fuck these protesters, I'm gonna just start instigating, or it could be like a right-wing Proud Boy or someone else being like, this shit kind of happens. Like protests are known for having instigators in them to start shit, to
Really?
discredit them. Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like
Um,
that's giving them, maybe because I see these people as really stupid, that I
They're
just
not.
feel like it's
Yeah.
giving them too much credit. But
It's
maybe
right
they,
on the front of, it's all
But-
over our ACAB and,
Yeah. So the guy has been doxxed by the internet as a police officer. I
Here.
don't know if
Yeah, how
that's
do you
just
guys
good-
feel about
one of the top,
the
one of
practice
top
of
memes.
doxing?
This is it right here. That's him.
it's blown out, Steven. I can't see shit.
How about now?
Oh, it's like a Scooby meme.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you do meme.
Yeah, but
that's the dude.
guy
That's
has
the
been-
dude with the gas mask, and then that's the cop they say it is. And then, I mean, it. Honest to God, it really looks like the guy.
the thing is, he definitely was not a protester. That's the only thing you know for sure. Because like that was not like it wasn't like a passionate act of like violence.
Here, I'll just send it to you guys.
Violence against a window. If it wasn't like a passionate act of like let's go loot the store.
No,
Like,
he wasn't throwing a rock or punching out the windows.
Right.
He was calmly walking, holding his umbrella, and then just tapping the windows.
That's the thing. He was so calm. It was just like so calm, collected. Bang, bang, boom. I'm gonna walk away now. Sus as fuck.
Guys want to hear the conspiracy theory behind it and not Joe's lame bullshit?
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I want the
I
conspiracy.
lame
The
bullshit.
truth.
Yeah, the truth. So this white cop that killed this guy, they knew each other, right? Maybe you didn't know that.
Oh,
They
we're
used to
going
work
deep.
together at the same club. Something happens. This is not about a $20 check. Now, how do we know it's not about a $20 check? Because in come player number 3, cop number 2, aka Umbrella Man, aka Agent Provocateur, who comes and smashes out the windows. He works same club as the other two. So it goes all the way to the top.
Are when
that
you
far.
say the same club, you mean are they like their second job as
Yeah,
a bouncer? Okay.
they all know each
I
other.
like that one because it's sexier than Joey's, so I
Yeah.
believe it.
Well, so it's funny. I did read that today on Reddit too. The club thing.
Yeah, I don't know if there's any basis to it, which is why I said it out loud.
Fuck them, dude.
I got to get more height.
Like I've said, I have no problem with the looting. Zilch.
That's what insurance is for. And the people need it.
You can only keep people under your thumb for so long.
So what did you, Joey, did you say that 5 protesters were shot in another city?
7.
Louisville.
7?
Louisville.
Louisville.
Cops say someone shot at them first.
Of
Who
course.
knows?
Interesting.
I just think if this was Hong Kong, it would be all over the place.
Dude, do you guys watch the CNN guy get arrested?
Yep.
Yeah, I did.
Surreal.
I saw that.
Like, I heard about it way before I saw it, right?
I watched
So-
the video, yeah.
And so, like, I'm like, okay, there's probably some confusion. It's probably some racist, like, bullshit. Which it is, don't get me wrong. But, like, and then I saw a guy say, like, I watched it live and it was surreal. And I, like, rolled my eyes. I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ. Like, what an innocent summer child. Like, and then I saw it and I watched it. And it was surreal. And
Yeah.
it was just like, what are you doing? Like, I know the rules to this, like, racist game that we all play. Like, you're breaking it. You're arresting the guy on camera. You don't, what are you doing?
Do that. Yeah, you don't break the facade.
Like, oh my goodness. And then just the like, oh shit, we should have taken them all, shouldn't we? Not just the black guy. Yeah, bro. All right, let's go back and arrest the rest of them.
Let's go back.
Still
now.
on camera, mind you. Like, crazy.
Yeah, that was. I mean, It is good to see these jackboot thugs out in the public eye of what the police really are. Because I remember not too long ago, and Richard's not here for this, but when I had an argument in the car, I was saying the police are becoming militarized and violent, more so than they have in the past. But not that that makes it any better or worse what they were in the past, but it's a scary fucking thing. And like when you see these images from these protests now, they're like fucking armed to the fucking teeth, beating up people with like it's and arresting
Dude, those
reporters.
sticks they got. There's some.
Yeah, it's fucking wild.
Well, in the new law that passed too, we can't even get the same body armor that they do now, Joey.
I mean, I don't give a shit about that.
Like,
It's just like,
that's a different issue there, but I mean, like,
Some-
I've been watching Mad Men, right? And they show like clips, real life clips from famous footage and stuff. So they show 68, where it's CPD beat up all the protesters, and they're showing a lot of that footage. Probably a lot of footage they didn't actually show in real life at the time. And like, yeah, it's horrible. Like, it's a horrible act of state violence. But those thugs doing it are like literally wearing T-shirts and hats.
right?
And they have
Yeah.
a wooden stick. And you watch the guys today, and they line up in full body armor, like they're gonna defuse a bomb, and like a gun. Like, it's ridiculous.
Those when they were clearing out the parking lot, those cops had suppressed M4s. Like what? Why do they have that?
Suppressed M4s, like ballistic
Any
helmets.
But honestly, if you
How does
want to
it-
know why, it's because the DOD bought too many suppressors in like 2009, and they've been offloading them for like a slightly discounted rate to municipalities for the last 10 years.
Because cops need suppressors, right?
And DOD doesn't.
Yeah, like why does a cop even have a suppressor? Like what
These
the
guys
fuck?
are geared out harder than we are in Tarkov, for fuck's sake.
Dude, when you're firing that many rounds, it's like as many as an LAPD officer, you got to worry about your hearing.
Yeah, that's true. You need that here.
Yeah, think about these poor cops.
Tinnitus.
Oh, Joey, you missed it. I gave the good cop, bad cop example to people at work at least 3 times today.
Good. What do they say to it?
They're like, well, when you put it like that, it makes a lot of sense. I said, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess
You-
for those 3 viewers who don't know it, it's that if you have 10 bad cops in a department and 1,000 good cops in a department, but those 1,000 good cops don't do anything about the 10 bad cops, what do you have left over? You have 1,010 bad cops.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, and it was in video and in picture when those cops were defending his home. That was the most
That was crazy
frightening-
too.
that was the most
Yeah.
frightening thing I've seen in the continental U.S. Ever.
Dude, the
I-
president doesn't
yeah,
get that
that was pretty
protection when he
crazy.
goes to
That was-
Minneapolis.
I
That was like straight up like cult like shit right there.
it was
They are.
it was fucking insane. Like seeing them in full body armor, gas mask, helmet, guarding a house of a murderer, like to the hilt.
Fucking
Not a
legion,
flinch.
like deep.
It was it was like a Roman legion, wasn't it?
Dude, it was bizarre. And I think the weirdest thing about all this for me is like, I was outside earlier today and, because for viewers that don't know, I live like directly diagonal from the police station. And they came out of the parking lot, drive down my street, and they always wave at me every time. And it's like, why am I waving at you? I don't want to wave at them. I hate you. But it's just weird. It's such a weird thing. But then again, I don't know how many bodies the
I
police.
mean,
station
waving
has.
is not that weird.
I feel like I'm not gonna blame a cop for waving to someone. That's a lot better than a lot of the other things he could do
I'm
to you.
saying the whole thing is strange. Like you got all these riots going on and all these protests, and then you have this little town municipality here. It's like, and they're just like, oh hey, I don't know. Just thought it was weird.
Yeah,
Well, yeah.
that is actually a good point. It's like the illusion of like I'm serving you, but
Yeah,
like
Steven's got the Cudahy hall pass.
The friendly.
It's white.
yeah, but it's like I was thinking about this today when we would call officer friendly in high school or whatever. Like that shit is so insane Like
No,
this
it's like these
person-
people will fuck up your life and if you
exactly
just
in a split second for like the most minor infraction.
You get a
And
power
it's
hard
like-
and hard on doing it.
It's not even like a power. I don't even know. Like it is an institutional. I don't like the police specifically in this country have like an institutional problem. That
Yeah,
is
no
like,
shit.
Ding.
but like it's not. It like it goes beyond racism. Like obviously racism is a huge component. But
Well,
it's
yeah,
just,
I
like-
mean, you can look at the way black cops treat black suspects.
Well, right, yeah, it's like this idea that it's a thin blue line like ideal that you're holding back.
them versus us.
You're holding, yeah, exactly. That you somehow are keeping in line
D-
the
dude,
populace from chaos.
But we humans are such simple creatures. We're all based around like in group, out group dynamics.
Right, but like, why do the police have an out group, in group mentality? Like, it's not normal. Specifically to I don't like police in any country, but like if you look at like Western European countries, they do not have police brutality like they do here.
No.
Does any country like whenever you obviously like criminals, actual criminals have a distaste for cops, but like does any country despise their police force as much as the US?
I think the Brits do a little bit.
No,
Well, see, I think you're asking the wrong, because there's a ton of Americans who love the police.
Yeah,
Just like there's
yeah,
a ton
but-
of people
my
in Britain who
coworkers.
love their police. There's a ton of people who love some of the most corrupt police forces on earth because they benefit them.
or like
the one country I would say
Right,
that's
okay.
equivalent to us in police is Brazil. And they're
Oh,
probably
yeah.
and India, and they're definitely worse because like they have death squads, like literally, like they
Oh.
go to villages and just
Wait, what do Indian cops do?
same thing as they do in Brazil.
Dude, have you
They
ever
like
read
to kill
about,
poor kids?
have you ever read about both, Richard? They go through the favelas and just
Oh, dude, yeah, I know about that, but I didn't know that they did the same shit in the.
yeah, in the
The-
slums. Yeah, supposedly the Indian
Yeah.
police are like very, very ruthless.
India is the most underreported, terrible place right
Well,
now.
India has some of like the worst separation between classes.
The
Well, not only that,
inequality.
and then they're also, I believe they like if you had the actual like statistics on rape in India, I believe they would be the leader in the world.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, India.
I mean,
yeah.
I mean, we hear a lot of stories about like gang rapes from India, but like, are you basing that? Because I don't know what the statistics are, and that shit is obviously deplorable because those suspects or perpetrators seem to always get off. But I mean, like in terms of the numbers, I don't know if I won't call them the rape capital of the world before knowing any sort of statistics. Obviously, those stories get a lot of traction because
That's just what I heard. I don't know where it came from.
they're disgusting. I mean, they're not just like rape cases; they're fucking gang rape cases. Jesus Christ.
I mean, India, like, it's a subcontinent, right?
Like, how do you police all
And
those
it's a
people?
similar population to China, so I don't like casting a broad net. But like, if we're talking about like human rights abuses and stuff, like yeah, their police are horrific. And like, if you talk about like the occupation of Kashmir, which is like 12 million people in it, which they've shut off the internet, electricity, and water in some cases too. It's like fucking terrible. It's just like, yeah, the Indian police state is fucking wild, and they're being enabled by a right wing fucking. So Modi in India is what like Trump and Bolsonaro in Brazil wish they could be. And then
Yeah.
I saw the last week tonight episodes about
I haven't
him.
watched last week tonight in a
Bolsonaro?
long time.
He's not.
I
That,
like that show. I don't know why you guys hate it.
last week tonight, I've gotten back into it. I like it.
There's no other show that does like deep
Did he
dives
say
into a
that?
singular topic.
Yeah,
What?
He said that like
now he's gotten
Modi.
away.
He covered Modi twice.
Yeah, he did.
Good for him.
He's diversified his
Joey,
tech,
his
you know.
his views are totally in line with yours.
Kind of.
How do they deviate?
I mean, he's not a socialist. Like,
He's still a shit. But
he's definitely a liberal. Which he's a good liberal. He's a good liberal. All right.
Okay, I mean, what TV personality?
None.
Yeah, exactly. I'd say that he, by
Yeah.
default,
You're right.
is a friend.
You're right. You're right.
if you're gonna choose one, he would be the one.
I haven't watched John Oliver in a long time. I haven't watched Hassan Minaj in a long time. He was getting better when I stopped too. He was getting a lot more
Yeah, I started
socialistic in
watching
his
John
takes.
Oliver again.
Wait, isn't that the is he on Netflix or HBO?
Netflix.
Netflix, yeah. What's the show
I
called?
guess
again?
Couldn't tell you. I stopped watching it.
what really
But
did me
I've
in
seen his stuff.
was John Oliver's Brazil coverage of Lava Jato, which was bad.
Why? What did he do?
He was of the opinion that so basically Lava Jato was as we know now, a corrupt, vehemently corrupt investigation into the Workers' Party of Brazil, which indicted many of the Workers' Party for corruption, which is now proven to have been on video and tape to be basically a fix against them. The police and the prosecutors were in cahoots.
What was John Oliver's disposition on him?
Oh, that there was a massive corruption scandal. And to be honest, at the time, I guess this is being a little unfair to John Oliver at the time. I mean, there was massive protests in Brazil once these stories broke because it was sort of just seen as correct. But now it's widely seen as like, yeah,
Well, in America also at the time, the story was like the last 3 Brazilian presidents are now in jail for corruption.
right.
That's
And
like, there's no deeper dive than that, just because
Right.
it was true. Like,
well, it also helped that the DOJ was involved in jailing them.
I don't know if that helped at all. Actually, I think Americans generally don't care what happens in their country.
Yeah, but like,
It doesn't matter what any country that has last 3 presidents in jail for corruption would have taken the story. Brazil didn't really matter. And that
Do
much of it.
Americans care about what countries do Americans care about?
Israel.
Zero.
Israel? Oh.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one. Yeah.
That's it.
We need to
Israel
save
and the
them.
US.
Then it becomes what political party you're in. Then that's the second country you care
That
about.
is
Russia
true.
and China.
yeah, it's like what countries do Americans care about? Oh yeah, Israel. Yeah.
What about Mexico and Canada? Nope.
Never heard of him.
Canadian Club. This episode brought to you by Canadian Club.
Our new
Members only.
sponsor.
Same as it ever was.
Is
Send me
there
right
any
there.
penalty to Of course there is for
This is
claiming
not
a
very
sponsor when they're not.
I mean, it's only at your cost. If you keep showing up with a bottle of Cuddy Sark and going, brought to you by Cuddy Sark, and they're
Okay, but
not
let's
paying you to
say-
do that, but
let's
you're paying
say-
for the bottle every time. I mean,
But let's say you've got some problematic views, which I'm not saying we do.
they might ask you to stop.
Let's be honest. So they're gonna watch the whole episode through. They won't, they won't see me slip up and talk about how we should kill the president.
Cuddy Sark. We know who's really pulling the strings.
Hey, height. I just personally endorse them. Great beer. Dude, how do they sell this for $7?
Dude, it's
Is it-
shocking.
But
I
Joe,
mean,
it's
yeah,
interesting you mentioned
import.
John Oliver and Lava Jato because Hassan got caught up in that same thing because the headline is, last 3 presidents in jail. So he did like a bit where it's like 3 presidents ago, he's in jail. 2 presidents ago, he's in jail. The 3rd president, what's she doing? And he made like a like a rule of 3 joke out of it, like, oh, she started like the new Netflix in Brazil. It's like, oh no, she went to jail. And like in the moment, it's a very funny joke in American media.
Yeah. Another thing I have to do against John Oliver, Venezuela. Huge. That is unforgivable.
What did he do with Venezuela?
What did he cover?
Very pro-coup Venezuela coverage.
When was that?
Yeah, when?
Look up John Oliver Venezuela.
Don't ruin my show for me, Joey. I just have John Oliver in anime these days, turning into a fucking weeb.
Yo,
I forgot
Steven.
about Venezuela.
Speaking of anime, there's this very good true. Did I mention this to you already? Monster. It's a true crime anime, so there's no kamehamehas.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, it's not streaming anywhere, but some angel has uploaded the entire series on YouTube, and I've been watching it. It's very good. It's like a true crime horror with some horror elements to it. I mean, I'm not that far in. I'm like 5 episodes in, and it's really good so far.
I just finished Anshi. I don't know. It's on Netflix. It's pretty good though. It's about these people that can't die.
So I guess my take on John Oliver is good takes domestically, bad takes foreign policy.
I don't think that's even fair because you gave us one example.
Yeah.
I gave 2.
Besides Venezuela.
Brazil?
I thought you came around on him.
No,
See, I don't remember.
Maybe there's a reason
South
behind it.
America. Maybe
The
that
Washington Examiner, John Oliver swings and misses on Venezuela's socialism.
All right, there it is.
The Washington Examiner is a right-wing rag.
Yeah.
I love them. They're probably my favorite paper.
Joey, can you screen share the
Whenever I go to New York, that I cross the Washington Examiner's building, I'm just like, oh man.
You should firebomb it.
I vaguely remember this episode, though. He winds up making fun of Maduro about something.
Yeah.
Oh, Steven, I've got your next anime.
All right.
Oh.
It's called Kill la Kill.
Oh, I
It's
already
very weeby.
I already watched it.
You watched it?
Yeah,
It's so good, though.
Dude, oh man, it took me a minute to get past all that.
Yeah, but the animation's really good.
Dude, okay,
got a
so
lot of
sometimes I
personality.
love the animation, other times I didn't like it, but like when it was good, it was really good.
Yeah, I'm only a few episodes in, but I like the
Oh,
personality.
dude,
It's got a lot of
just
personality.
buckle your ass in because it gets fucking weird, man.
It gets weirder.
Oh yeah,
I can't
Dude,
even imagine at this
dude,
point.
wait till you start seeing final forms and shit. Oh my god.
Oh, jeez. I'm only up to 3-star uniforms, and
Here's what I noticed it's a show called Kill la Kill, and it's all about killing. No one actually dies until like the second to last episode.
I guess, what should I do for my next whiskey?
Wow, way to change the subject. Get the
Thank you,
Canadian club.
Canadian Club.
All right, I only have Japanese whiskey and red label.
And
The
red-
cheetah?
Japanese.
Cheetah?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to kill it.
Be right back.
My 2 favorite Japanese whiskeys I'm gonna have to kill.
Oh wait, Joey. This is the Trump dog toy. Fuck, it's so blown out.
Nice.
His hair looks perfect.
Oh yeah, it does.
Is that the chew toy?
Yeah.
Dude, I just want to play Tarkov.
Fuck you. Why don't you fuck yourself with your mouse?
Richard, did you
Fucking-
watch the clip of
No.
me killing
I
Steven?
refuse.
Dude, watch it. It's fucking I
I'm
feel
jealous.
I still feel bad about it. I still feel bad. But let me lay the context. I killed 3 people all in one go, right?
Yeah.
And then I murdered my brother
You're on this again?
You murdered him on purpose or on accident?
on accident.
On purpose.
All right, so let me lay the scene, right?
Tell me this
We're
is
huddled. We're huddled in a what do you call it? A shed, right? And
It's a woodshed. Okay.
Steven has the ears. He's like, "There's people here." I can't hear because I don't have headphones. I'm like, "All right." So we're waiting. Then I hear them. One walks
Why
in.
don't you have headphones?
No, I didn't have headphones in the game.
Oh,
And I pang, 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 drops. Then we hear another guy outside. People outside. We don't know how many there are. All right. I want to make this clear. I don't know how many there are. So it seems like there's still people outside. I peek a door. I see a guy peeking in. Pang, pang, pang. I kill him. I'm like, all right, I dropped him. And I'm like, are they all dead? We hear another guy moving around. So he's like, another guy moving around. Another guy moving around. And there's only one exit for us. And he's holding that door, obviously. So I loot the guy that I killed in the shed, pick up a grenade, I chuck a grenade out the window. We hear him running. So we're like, all right, rush, rush, rush. So we both rush up. We do the smart SWAT
What do I
team.
say? What did I say though? I said Joey.
Steven flanks left, I flank right. All right. So we're in the shed. We're both going like this. Okay. I turn a corner, pow, 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 kill a guy, drop him. I'm like, I killed him. And then I peek around the corner. I see another guy. I didn't know it was Steven.
It was very clearly me.
Clack, 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 clack. I killed him. And
don't
the thing
you
is-
recognize him by what he's wearing though?
The thing is, well, no. So here's the thing. It's early wipe. We're all wearing the same shit. Everyone that I
Oh.
killed had a fucking penis helmet on. So I fucking lost my mind when I saw you. I was like, ah! But like, the way I killed you was crazy. That should I landed 2 rounds out of them. Like
On JFK, it's the magic bullet. I was so mad.
Wait, aren't 2 bullets enough to kill you in that game?
Well, I was wearing a vest too.
Yeah, but kind of like you have to land 2 bullets square. You know.
Vitals?
I just got my vest back on insurance. He did a number on the vest. I'll say that.
Well, yeah, I was using BP rounds.
What's that mean?
Oh, guys, this is
I mean,
boring.
those
So I'm going to
were my
interrupt.
army that I was wearing.
When I'm at my new desk next week, I'm going to be hardwired to the internet.
I like that.
Nice.
Nice.
What are your internet speeds now over wireless?
Super fast.
So they're going to be even faster?
Yeah,
Dope.
they all kind of swim through the air.
Look at me swimming. through
Direct
the sea with
inject.
They got a road.
Perfect latency.
So guys, are we not playing sales? Because I'm
I'm
kind
not.
of bummed. Why?
Well,
I'm
it's
a
already
fake
listed
friend.
at 15 by him.
Wait, what happened?
I said I'm a fake friend. I don't know what Steven said.
I said
Wait,
it's
why-
at midnight 15. I think the problem with sales is you strap in for sales, you're in for at least an hour and a half minimum.
Okay. It's Friday.
I got a bunch to do
Yo,
tomorrow.
have you guys seen Rebecca Black lately?
Yeah,
I'm gonna pour
God,
another
he's
whiskey.
back on this.
Yeah.
Why?
I'd
What,
have
is she
another
hot?
drink with you guys though instead of sales.
All right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
okay.
Google it.
What
Wait,
about
so-
you?
Is no one sailing?
It's 12 p.m.
Maybe.
or 12 a.m.
I don't give a flying fuck, motherfucker.
John could always say, I don't know.
Yeah, I could always sail.
All right, John, then let's get a 2-person ship.
You want to get a sloop?
Yeah, let's
Hey,
do
where's
it.
Spencer? Is he working tomorrow or what the fuck is he doing?
I don't know. He didn't reply to like any text, did he?
No, he didn't. Weird.
Are you basing this off of that one picture? Yeah, I
probably
guess.
is.
Whatever. Is she still trying to make music?
Rebecca Black's actually a fairly successful YouTuber. No.
Well, guess you got to pivot.
Yeah. Pivot my ass.
Steven, come on. Let's sail.
Dude, okay, here's the thing. You suck at sailing.
I'm not, dude. I'm a fucking dead-eye
Here's
shot.
the other thing. We need Alex. He's the treasure hunter. Like, I mean, think about it. John's the chef,
I'm the chef and I'm the driver.
and he's the driver. I do the
I did a
sales.
decent job driving. I
do
will
the
say
sales.
that.
Alex knows that math. Like, that's the thing. That's the best part about playing with Alex.
Yeah.
He'll whip it out and he'll be like, oh, that's Shark Tooth Cove. It's northwest of whatever. And then he'll find it in 2 seconds.
I gotta
Guys,
say,
come on.
like-
We did well. Us three, we did well.
I know the map. I know
I'm starting to
I'm
learn.
like 80, I'm like 75% of the way there with the map. Like I generally know where things are. I think I generally know the shape of an island. Like if you took like Shark Tooth Cove and had a picture of an island, I'd be like, oh, that's it.
JDM
Wow.
exclusive.
I miss the cheetah, man. That shit's good.
Wait, how did you get the cheetah?
When I visited you in DC, we left Lyman's. We went back to your apartment. We drank like every single one of your whiskeys. and
Oh, I
just
thought you
have to
had.
go out
I
to
thought you
more
had a
bars.
bottle. I thought you had a bottle.
No, I wish. I've been on the hunt for it.
You can no, it's not in America.
It's
Can't get
not.
it. Nope.
What's the one that's in America? The green bottle I'm thinking of, I think. Hakashu.
Yeah,
I had one of those before it was.
You had Richard. You had Hakushu 12, a discontinued whiskey, which will not find its way back to shelves for probably a decade.
Yeah, well, by the time you told me that, my bottle was almost empty.
No, Richard, your bottle wasn't almost empty. It was
No,
empty in your cupboard.
How much is that shit?
Oh,
go-
it was empty. I paid $60 for it.
Yeah, well now it's 180.
Well, it was very good.
Yeah,
So-
you know what? No, it's not. It's not about waiting for that fucking bullshit price. Like,
You guys
The
remember when I
whiskey-
sold that beer for $2,000? That was pretty awesome.
yeah, that. I mean,
What?
that.
2
Yeah,
grand.
you had props on that. You're like, guys, I was gonna bring this to the taste, but I have to sell it. And we're all like, oh, fuck you, Richard. And then you're like, but I can sell it for $2,000. And we're like, oh yeah, sell it, Richard.
Wait, what
I
beer
mean,
was that?
$2,000 is like.
That's
insane.
ridiculous.
It was a combo pack of Morning Delight, which I hope we get to try at some point. And then it was Kentucky brand bourbon stout. So you had 2 full-size bombers of Morning Delight and a 12-ounce bottle
It
of
was
Kentucky
Assassin's
bourbon
Balls.
stout.
Dude, that's a fucking absurd price for that beer.
I mean, I paid $200 for it
That's still
for
not
that
worth it.
bundle.
That's still not worth it.
Yeah,
That's still not worth it.
there's no way that we could have like popped those bottles
No.
and like the next day I would have been like, oh, I'm happy about that decision.
Fuck no, I'd be like, wow, I just pissed out 2 grand.
I would have slammed it.
The
Yeah, we should have fucking slammed it on YouTube. made our
cheetah
money
is
back.
Excellent.
I heard that the cheetah makes a really good high battery.
So that's what they made the whiskey for.
I still get to
Uh,
have a hybrid.
When you
Dude,
were in
John, I buy
Japan-
mineral water like it's going out of style now. I love high batteries.
All right, so tell me how you make it. It's
Okay,
just
high
two
battery,
ingredients, right?
very easy. You take a glass. I like making small high batteries now. I used to make large high batteries like this, but I find it very inefficient. For your
I'm a big fan of rocks.
Okay, anyway, so you take this, John. You go like this. You put in a big ass ice cube, like you have. Then you pour in some whiskey, and then you take mineral water of your choice. You dump that in up to the top, give her a little stir, and then you enjoy that pussy.
You said mineral water?
Like a club soda, like it's better. I found it with a better, like natural, like sparkling mineral water is better than club soda, personally.
I
No.
thought it had to be like a
Like,
club.
what is
It
it
has to be
called?
fizzy.
Topo
That's the whole-
Chico? I'll go grab the shit real quick. I got
You
the.
have to have club. You have to have fizzy.
Dude, it has to be fizzy. That's the namesake of the drink, man.
It has to be club soda. Dude,
Yeah.
the best thing,
Let's say
and
later.
hopefully it'll take off in America, but canned highballs in Japan were dank.
Here, John,
I
this.
didn't have one of those.
This I found makes
Oh.
excellent highballs. And it's sparkling.
Okay.
But it's,
Sparkling water.
So club soda is just fake mineral water with gas in it, and carbonated mineral water is just club soda without added shit.
So it's not forced carbonated. Well, I mean, doesn't it all have to be
There's
forced
natural,
carbonated?
there's naturally carbonated mineral waters, and then there's artificially carbonated mineral waters. I don't know.
How do you?
I've had some really
Yeah, how
gross
do you bottle
natural water
naturally carbonated?
Huh?
Yeah, you
Bottle
need to have like a
naturally carbonated
fermentation thing
Dude, I
going on.
don't know.
Water.
Make the rules. I had some Russian shit that was naturally carbonated mineral water, and it was like the hardest water I've ever drank in my life. Like the lime scale just built up on my teeth as I drank it. It was like drinking a rock.
Damn, I want that experience.
Hey guys, can we take a train somewhere?
Oh my god.
Now here we go.
Fucking trains.
This kid.
Oh, fuck you guys. All right.
Trains are riddled with diseases.
Trains are the way of the future.
Oh my god.
You're the way of the future, Joey.
I think
Turn that
teleportation is the way the
Train into a interstellar slingshot for space travel.
Do you know what a space
you
elevator is,
go.
Richard?
Yeah, dude, because of
It's
my
a fucking train in space.
No, it's not. It's a little more complicated than
It's a
that.
fucking train. It's a fucking train.
We don't even know if we can make a space elevator.
It's a fucking train, all right?
But carbon nanotubes may be the key.
Yeah, they've been saying that shit for years.
Yeah.
Well, I would like to see
Yeah,
that. That'd be
Richard.
pretty badass.
Jesus. Geriatric fuck.
Hey, speaking of space, how about that scrubbed lunch?
Why did we scrub the launch?
That was the best weather report I've ever gotten from CNN in a state that I wasn't currently in.
I fucking hate this shit. I hate SpaceX. I hate all of it.
Dude, yeah, trust me. I
What
spent
about
4 days
space?
at my parents' house, and my dad is obsessed with the news, and he
But
Well,
guys, this
talks.
private
So it's
industry
like-
shit is the only way that we're going to.
Here's the thing about that private industry shit. I know you're being sarcastic, Richard, but like, it's all funded by taxpayer money, and it's so fucking infuriating. It's so infuriating. Makes me
Okay,
so
but the target should not be there. It should be our defense spending primarily.
No, I understand. Well, one, those are probably in the same bucket, but two,
Really?
like, yeah, you don't like Space Force, like.
Oh, well,
Missile
now.
defense system. No, but like space things. NASA. Where is NASA? I don't know. Actually, know where the spending discretion for NASA is. It's not in DOT. I would know that because I am in DOT. Department of Transportation.
I don't know, but it's nothing. It's
Right,
minuscule.
but what I'm saying
Like
is
a rounding error.
we literally subsidize. Okay, I'm not saying not fund space exploration. What I'm saying is that it is frustrating to see it go to private hands because
Right, because they
are-
benefit.
Right.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I got a problem with that too. However, that's like the only inroad to space exploration, it seems.
That
I
doesn't
feel
mean we
like,
have to accept it.
sorry, what's that?
Doesn't mean we have to accept it. Like we were on the road to Star Trek with NASA, and now without NASA, we're
Well,
on
I
the
don't
road-
know why we don't funnel that money through NASA.
Well, because corporations and big business has their hands in our lobbying system.
So Elon's got his mouth around.
Elon's whole shtick is getting contracts from state and federal funds. Like he gets tons of money from subsidies, from tax breaks, and from federal grants. Tons. Like that whole tunnel business was like entirely like the Hyperloop. Like we gave him so much fucking money for that.
Wait, the Hyperloop?
Yeah. Like he's building his first in Maryland, the first project or whatever the fuck that useless piece of shit is in Maryland. So I'm sure Maryland is shoved tax dollars there.
I shove tax dollars up your butt.
Wait, is the Hyperloop a high-speed rail?
Hyperloop is a glorified. Well, okay. Who knew what it was originally going to be? But
It's a garbage designed to suck in.
now it's literally just a highway underground for cars.
Oh.
Teslas.
Yeah, he's trying to solve the traffic situation in LA.
It was supposed to move your car at 700 million miles an hour, and you'd get from New York to LA in 20 minutes.
It's an insanely broken system that will never work.
Wait, underground?
Yeah.
They were gonna build a tunnel from New York to LA.
Well, that was just a joke.
It's just that it's a glorified tunnel. You know what it is? It's a worse train.
It's a word.
That's why he made his boring company.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah, he's obsessed with digging.
He's like, I could just get these stupid boomer money if I call it a boring company and make it sound tech enough.
That's where
Big
Elon Musk's
flamethrowers.
true genius is getting taxpayer money. Like it's so true.
His
it,
marketing's pretty good too.
His marketing's
Well,
great.
it's both marketing's played into it. Like you get enough public buy-in from just like people jizzing about it, then
They're just coming.
government
They're
goes,
just coming.
oh yeah, well, blah blah blah.
Oh, Elon Musk. Oh, I love that guy. I'd suck his dick for $10 million. No, I'd do it for free.
I mean, luckily that's going away. Like people, like it's gotten so egregious now that like
People are seeing
it's
this piece of
done.
shit.
Yeah, it's done.
And he supports
That
the
clip
of
Elon
him
Musk
crying.
paper.
He did an interview and apparently Buzz Aldrin is not a fan of like privatizing space.
No, for good reason.
Wow, who would have thought?
Yeah, well, someone did an interview and like confronted him with that. Apparently Buzz Aldrin's like a hero of his and he just started like straight up crying on camera. That's like the most human thing I've seen from him. Other than that, he seems like a complete and utter robot to me.
Dude, absolutely.
Yeah, he's weirdo.
Not quite Zuckerberg level, but he's close.
Yeah, he's
Oh, well, yeah. Zuckerberg, I'm unconvinced is human.
I mean, the
Oh,
thing.
did you guys see that response to Zuckerberg saying that Facebook shouldn't fact check posts?
Yeah.
So the one like on the one website ran an ad that's like Mark Zuckerberg dead at 36.
Yeah, I saw that, dude. It was fucking awesome. And then how about the real comrades of media lately? Give it up for the Onion, dude. They're keeping it real over there.
Hey, I actually recently found out that Virgil Texas and I think Felix Biederman were employed by the Onion before Chapo.
Really? That
Okay.
makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, together they created an alter ego and they would write a column with him. And I haven't read any of it yet, but one of the gags was that one year for Christmas they made his the little picture of the writer. They added a Santa hat to him, and then the gag was that he didn't know how to take the Santa hat off or change the picture, so that became his photo forever.
And then, John, if you haven't listened to the latest Street Fight, I highly recommend it. It's pure Street
It's a
Fight
good one.
in its
It's
primal glory.
Dude,
I like-
you wanna know why I stopped listening to Street Fight? Well, two things. I stopped listening because I stopped working, and then and then when I tried to go back to it, all they were talking was coronavirus shit.
Yeah.
That was
yeah.
just so fucking depressing and annoying. I was like, this is no longer fun anymore. So then that's when I stopped.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's like when I
That's
went
why I
when I
stopped
went on
listening.
vacation. I stopped listening, so then I became like 4 episodes behind, and then I listened to this one, and this one is pure fucking gold.
This one's good. Like I enjoyed it from a personal level because they attacked me of myself like 10 years prior to myself of being a founding fathers nerd libertarian, um, which I found fucking
Is that what
hilarious.
Spencer is now?
Yeah.
And
And
Spencer doesn't know anything about the founding fathers.
no, but he's
Hey.
definitely just like a freedom nerd, like
Within his limited knowledge of the founding fathers.
Okay.
freedom. No, like founding fathers nerds, purposely or unpurposely, like forget about slavery, for instance, or like how they were rich property
How
owners,
about like time?
or just like they're rich property
change.
owners, like
Those are fair points too.
I mean, Richard, have you ever read the book A People's History by Howard Zinn? If you would highly recommend. It's a good baseline of American history from a left perspective. And it like does a really good job of highlighting why things happen the way they are. I don't know where was I going with this?
I'm not sure, Joey.
You recommended
It's such a good book. It's like really good. It's like a must read, I think, for a lot of people. It pisses you off and it's a hard read. It really is. Like it makes you upset time and time again.
A People's History by who?
Howard, A People's History of America by Howard Zinn. And the way, what's really good about the book, though, is the way he talks about history.
It's a People's History of the United States, Joe.
Yeah. The way he is able to talk about history isn't from a sort of like textbook perspective, but a very like humanist. He makes it like really real for you, and it's like, oh yeah, dude, it's like fucking pisses you off like beyond belief every step of the way. Especially up until the Civil War. Like it's fucking like gross. And like the whole founding fathers aspect of it is just like these assholes. Like during the Revolutionary War, there was rebellions within our own Revolutionary Army against the Revolutionary Army because they realized they were lied to in their promises. Like we didn't grant people the right to vote or have a say in government until a long while after the revolution. Like, and then was it Thomas Paine, Alex, Common Sense, that caused it?
Caused what?
The revolts?
No. I mean, he talked about all that good stuff, but he was writing against the British.
Mm. But anyways, yeah, there was, oh God, what is like the most famous revolt in the Revolutionary Army that like, I've never even
Bacon
heard of?
Rebellion?
Bacon's Rebellion, yes. That like the soldiers were just like, are you fucking kidding me? Like this is what we signed up for.
Hey. Sasha's here.
Which is why they had a second revolution, and we went farther to the right, the Constitution, the Bill of Rights.
Yeah.
Did I tell you guys in Door County, Sasha saw a deer for the first time?
No.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did.
Did she
They
flip
were
out?
walking across the neighbor's lawn when I had her out for a walk. Oh man, she knew it wasn't like the first time she saw wild turkeys where she like didn't know what the fuck it was or anything and didn't know what to do. She saw the deer and she was like, "Let me off this leash, Steven. Let me bring you home dinner tonight. I will make you proud." And I had to tell her no. I felt bad. I was like, "No, no, my daughter. I
Does
cannot."
Sasha go fucking nuts over seeing like any other dog?
It depends on the dog. Some dogs she'll just ignore. Other dogs she hates. Like a lot of the little dogs, she actually does not like. And then, some of the dogs she has rivalries with. I assume it's the ones that like pee on her turf. Because
Dude,
if you
I
guys know
feel like-
anything about walking Sasha, she's the Piss Master 9000. She holds it and she'll go to the spots and mark her territory again.
That's
Hey, if
every
someone
dog.
pissed in my apartment, I'd be fucking pissed as well. I'd bark at him.
Simba's the exact same way. He doesn't seem like smaller dogs, but
Like just leaving out of my garage and going out in front of my house, there's 4 spots where she pisses every single time. It's amazing.
Simba likes to spread it around.
Oh, she
He
does.
likes to.
He holds it for the whole walk. It's amazing. So
He
she's
fucking
pissing,
tastes other pee to see if it's not his. I hate it. And then he's like, "Oh, that's not my brand," and then he'll cover.
See, that's why you need a dog.
Yeah,
that's
having the dog in the
Sasha's
city
part
must be
human,
fucking
but, like,
hell.
she knows what's up. She just has that nose for days. She'll smell it. She'll get in there a little bit, and then she'll just be like, "Ah, yeah, fuck you, piss."
Yeah, gotta mark that territory.
And sometimes she'll piss and she'll just like rip up a fuck ton of grass. I love when she does it on like my neighbor's lawns. It's so funny. I never yell at her or anything. I always let her do it to her heart's content.
Does she ever dig on other people's lawns like yours?
No, but she dug a new hole today, John.
Oh, nice.
Gotta get more height.
Hey, girl.
John, you got to see how deep the one hole is.
The OG hole.
Yeah,
Dude, that hole's
dude,
ridiculous.
she got some depth on it.
Are you
Last
showing
time.
roots yet?
Yeah, it shows roots now.
Holy shit.
Yeah. My mom's like, "Yo, next time we come up, we're gonna go get some plants."
You're gonna like start showing clay pretty soon.
Dude, she's going to China, man.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's big enough now, John. It's like a trench, and when it's hot outside,
She
laid-
connected the two?
yeah, she connected the
Oh,
two.
fuck.
Yeah, dude. And so
when
she
it
lays
rains,
in
I'm
it.
sure it's like a fucking cesspool.
No, it's like she made her own fucking sofa or whatever outside, her own lawn furniture. She just lays in it, and she
Was
just.
she lays in the dirt?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
These little dirt naps?
She did it once when it was a little muddy outside, and I had to just carry her straight into the bath. Oh.
What a menace
Yeah.
to society.
But on the other hand, I've now conditioned her. She's no longer a morning dog. She gets up after I do in the mornings now since I work from home. It's amazing. I get up after my alarm goes off. I look at her. I say, "You want to go out?" And then she'll just kind of lay back down. I'll cover her up with the covers, leave her till about 9:15. Then I'll go in, check on her, and she goes on her way after that.
Well, she's like a teenager now.
Yeah.
She likes to sleep in a little bit.
Yeah, she's total princess mode. And now she takes her shits at noon. It's gonna be weird to like condition her back.
Ugh. Well, speaking of waking up, I think I'm gonna go to bed.
All right, Alex.
Well, I think it's a good point to end the stream at least. So,
Well, wait, should we wait till Richard gets back and say goodbye
No.
now?
Fuck that guy.
oh well, no, I'm not hanging up. I'm just sending the live chat. You know.
All right, yeah. Tell
Right.
Richard I didn't wait for him.
Speak of the devil.
What happened?
Yes.
Alex just got out of here.
Yeah, he goes, "Oh fuck,
Alex left right
I gotta leave."
on purpose.
Wait, he got angry?
Yeah, he
No.
got mad at you, man.
You mean at you.
Oh, see, I kind of like when it's only.
No,
four.
seriously, what happened to Alex?
He's just tired.
Oh.
All right, guys. I'm ending the YouTube stream. Anyone want to plug anything? Do anything?
Yeah. So remember, our show sponsor for this episode is Hibiki, brought to you by Hentai. Buy our merch. Link in the description below. Kill Donald Trump. Kill your landlord. Burn down your local police station. All that good stuff. Burn banks. Burn a Starbucks. Steal from Target, Walmart, all that stuff. Do your part.
Fully endorsed.
Don't give the BJ to Elon Musk.
Yeah, don't
Fuck,
blow
fuck,
Elon.
all right.
Elon doesn't
Can we-
deserve.
Can we do all right? Can we do a cheers to fuck Elon Musk?
Yeah.
Fuck Elon Musk.
Fuck Elon Musk.
Fuck Elon Musk.
Thank you
Fuck
guys.
'em.